Hey guys, Preacher 357 here, out here on the range, and as I'm sure most of you know, Paul Harrell, who was something of a legend in the YouTube gun community, has passed away due to pancreatic cancer. And we knew it was coming for some time, but still, you hate to see us lose someone who was so influential and who had done such good work. And whose videos were so entertaining, as well as informational and educational. And this is the fundraiser t-shirt that I bought a while back. Unfortunately, it's the only Paul Harrell t-shirt I have, so I'm wearing it in his honor today. And I'm sure, as most of you know if you watched his channel, one of the guns he liked the best was the Beretta 92, specifically the 92FS, or the M9 as the military called it, because he was a military man, and he, cut his teeth on the Beretta 92 while he was in the military. And so he loved that gun. So I wanted to bring out a 92FS, but I don't have one anymore. I had one at one time, but don't have one right now. But I do have a Beretta 92S, an earlier model that was designed for the Italian police, that was created specifically for them, manufactured between 78 and 82, I believe. And this one here was actually manufactured in 78, the first year. And I've shown this gun on the channel several times over the year, but it's never been the focus of a video. It's always been just to compare it to other Beretta 92s or other guns of some sort. So I thought, well, why don't I just sort of kill two birds with one stone? I'll do a video on this gun I haven't done a video on and honor Paul Harrell at the same time. And so we're going to do a little bit of shooting with this. Now, if you know anything about the Beretta 92S, you notice one of the biggest differences between it and the 92FS is it has a heel magazine release. The release is down here instead of up here where it would normally be on a 92FS. The S on this gun stood for the safety, because the models before this of the Beretta 92 had the frame-mounted safety. This was the first one that went to the slide-mounted safety, which continued on with the Beretta 92FS. And the other big difference between this is I think there's a pin in the 92FS that is a safeguard to prevent the slide from flying off and hitting the shooter if there's a breakage of the frame. I think they were running into that a little bit back in those days. Of course, it turned out it was not the fault of the gun. It was not a faulty craftsmanship. It was overpowered ammunition that was blowing the guns up that was causing the problem. So the FS does have that extra safety feature, I guess, but it's not really much of an issue as long as you're running normal ammunition. But since the last time I had this gun on the channel, I have done a couple of things. I bought these nice, pretty little blue grips here. They're like a G10, very aggressive grips, because the original grips that came on these were just slick plastic. One of the few things I didn't really like about this gun. And the other was it had these minuscule sights, and so I painted the front sight on this one to give me a little bit better sight picture. So I've made those two upgrades to this gun since the last time you saw it. So I just want to do a little bit of shooting today, and of course we're honoring Paul Harrell, who just passed away as well. So I'm not going to say I shoot this gun as well as he did. He was a great marksman with a 92. But these are pretty good shooting guns, so hopefully I can shoot well enough to honor him a little bit. So we're not going to do a lot of shooting. I've shot this gun several times on the channel. Just going to do a little bit of shooting with it, and then we'll wrap it up. So let's get over here and load some ammunition up. I've only got 2 magazines. I've got more Beretta 92 magazines somewhere. Of course, not all of my Beretta 92 magazines have the cutout for the heel mag release, so I can't use all of them. And the only other one I could find today was a Pro Mag, and I know that one gives me problems, so I wasn't even going to bring it out. So I've only got the 2 magazines, but I don't think that's going to be much of a problem. I'm not planning on doing a lot of shooting today. And I've got Norma 124 grain ammo out here. I bought several boxes of this when it was on sale recently, and I've had pretty good luck with it, so I don't think it's going to be an issue either. And we'll just see what we can do with it. think from when I shot it earlier, I think it prints just a little bit to the left for me, but other than that, it's fairly right on. So I think I should be able to use just a little bit of Kentucky windage and be able to do some decent shooting with this. Hopefully. We'll start off in double action. We're going to start off over here on the red plates, just like always. And we'll see what I can do. I'm shooting from about, this is about 20 yards. I think normally when Paul Harrell would shoot in his videos on paper, I think he usually shot at 25. So he was just a little further back than this, but let's see if I can hit anything with it. All right. These little one's gonna give me a fit again. Well, I don't know where I'm going. There we go. Just had to shoot all the way around it before I hit it. That's usually the case. I didn't hang those plates to even shoot with pistols, really. They were going to be more for shooting with little 22 rifles, which they're not too bad for that, but once I hang a plate, I got to shoot at it with everything I got, so you just have to bear with me. There we go. Well, all over the place out there at 35. Well, I mean, not too bad. I'm no Paul Harrell, but nobody is. And, you know, his brother Roy is going to be taking over for him and has been doing a lot of that on his channel. And I hope his channel does well and people continue to watch. And, you know, now that we know he's not going to make appearances, you know, Roy is different than Paul. They may be brothers, but they have very distinct personalities, and Paul was a one of a kind. But I hope everybody will give Roy a chance to be able to carry on Paul's legacy on that channel. As soon as I get this loaded up, I'm gonna go out here to 100 yards and 80 yards. I got the 24-inch plate out at 100. You got the 12-inch plate out there at 80. We'll see if I can hit something out there. Maybe I'll feel really inspired today by honoring Paul and be able to hit some out there. Honestly, other than with that Pro Mag, I don't know if I've ever had any malfunction with this gun. It's been very reliable despite the fact that it's, what, 46 years old? You know, and this magazine I'm using here is an original magazine, so it's a 46-year-old magazine as well. But Beretta makes quality. There's no doubt about that. All right, let's see if we can hit this one at 100. Can't see where they're going. I have no idea where I'm going with them. Let me bring it up some. I think I got to bring it up a little more. I'm seeing dust fly. There we go. Well, I'm not doing so hot out there, am I? Not doing so hot. There we go. I think I just wasn't bringing it up maybe quite enough. Despite my lack of shooting prowess today, this Beretta's always been a pretty good shooter. Though not as good as that Beretta 92S that I had a couple of years ago. That's one of the guns I wish I had never let go. But I was needing more guns for the channel, and that thing is not an inexpensive gun, and I was able to get more guns for the channel by trading that one in. But I have regretted it ever since, because I really liked that gun. That was a good shooting gun. So smooth. Well, I've loaded up a couple more mags here. May not be actually a full 15 in that last one there. I don't know how many I loaded, but I'm not going to open up another box. We'll just do a little bit more shooting here, and then we'll call it a day. All right, cowboy. Yeah, I missed on that one, didn't I? Doing a little bit better there. I hadn't shot this gun since, well, I used it in the video for the Beretta 90S that I did last year, which was been almost a year ago. I think that was the last video I had this gun out in, but I don't know that I even shot it in that video. So it's been a while since I've shot this gun. There we go. And I hit on the last round, look at there. I did a little bit better there at the end, didn't I? But there she is, guys, the Beretta 92S. Of course, this is a surplus gun. They were designed and marketed for the Italian police department. And the Italian police then traded them in, and they eventually made their way to the United States, and they've been coming in. They're still coming in on occasions. Every now and then you'll see on some of the websites, they'll talk about having a new lot that just came into the country of these guns. You think they were made for 4 years, you wouldn't see any more now, because I know they've been coming in probably for 20 years already, at least. Apparently they're still coming in on occasion. So, you know, if you want a Beretta that's a quality firearm at a decent price, you know, this is a Beretta 92 at a budget price, essentially. About half of what a brand new one would cost. So there you go, guys. The Beretta 92S. Fine little firearm. Shows some wear on it. Been around the block, been carried quite a bit, I'm sure. It's not pristine, but sometimes there's a beauty in that as well. So before we go, guys, if you would check out the description, I got a link there for Weatherbeard Supply Company, where they have beard oils and soaps and all kinds of good stuff like that. So if you want to have a big, thick, luscious beard like I do, then check out Weatherbeard Supply there. There's a link there that will give you 10% off, and then I'll get a percentage of the proceeds as well to help me buy guns and ammo. There's also a link there for the GOA, the Gun Owners of America, for a discounted membership where you can get in the fight, especially on the national level. But there's also a link there for the TFA, the Tennessee Firearms Association. And if you live in the great state of Tennessee like I do, I'd urge you to join up. We're about to have our annual meeting just coming up this week. By the time you see this video, it's probably already going to be over, but I'm looking forward to that. Got some guns there going to be auctioned off. Maybe I'll grab one of those to do a video on. But guys, appreciate you coming out. Hate to have to do a video like this in honor of someone like Paul Harrell, which, you know, we would much rather he still be here with us. But anyway, guys, I appreciate you coming out. God bless you. Now take care of yourselves. We'll see you next time.